again?
Yes.
Yeah, you always put it on an angle.
I could have told you that before you said that.
Oh, comfy. Ben, could you possibly... So yeah, welcome back to
Hold on.
Danime. Aww.
Hello?
Welcome back to Danime. At the end of last week, we all gave each other suggestions for shows to watch. Now, Dan, what show did you suggest?
I said Outlaw Star.
Oh yeah, you suggested Outlaw Star. Steve, you watched Outlaw Star?
Nope.
Neither have I. And then Steve suggested Code Geass?
Code Geass, yeah.
Dan, have you watched Code Geass? No, neither have I. And
Well, I thought we had a month to do this.
yeah, we
Yeah.
did say that. And then I suggested Tekkaman Blade, and then I'm guessing the okay. But
I actually forgot you said it.
if I'm honest, I got hooked on Blue Exorcist on Netflix and I finished it.
I finished that as well.
Oh, have you finished it as well?
It's actually finished as well.
That's amazing! How good's that show?
Amazing.
It was
really good.
pretty good. It's kind of hard to get into at first, but it really picked up.
How disappointing is it that it's only like one season, even though it's
I know.
really, really good?
There is a movie though, but that's
Yeah.
not on Netflix.
I just not on Netflix. I just finished it before coming up here for
Yeah.
this. It's fresh in my mind. Like everything's class about that. And did you have that weird sense of like, I feel a bit sorry for Satan?
At the end, yeah.
Yeah. Because I've never watched something like make like the most demonic presence
Yeah.
in the universe like actually, you know, have a little bit of a sad side to him, but I really fucking liked it and I need to see that movie like as soon as. And Blue Exorcist on Netflix, go check it out, as well as a load of other shows on there. Now, I wanted to talk about something that was a little bit funny. Did you watch the prank that some company pulled in Japan? They made people in an office believe that a life-size Gundam had attacked.
No, I did not see that.
I've seen relatively things like volcanoes.
But like what they did was, so they hid all these cameras in this office, and then they replaced all the panes of glass with like these like LCD screens, right? But like, and it just looked like the office looked. They left it exactly the same, right?
Okay.
And then at night time they're all working, and then all of a sudden they had all the sound effects and everything built into the office, and it literally looks like this massive Gundam has just like appeared outside and is whacking its hand on the wall. And all these people are like, what the fuck is going on? Although there is one guy that's smiling, but now that would be like us, like, yes, it's real!
I need to jump on board.
Finally! Oh, but it looks cool. They used what's it called? It's not an actual. It's not a main Gundam. It's like one of those ones you fight like in.
Mobile parts.
It's like it's got I think they called it a Zaku. It's got a red with one dot in it, and
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, it would have been cool to have like an actual Gundam thing, but they used one of those, and it looks really good. I'll put a link in the description for the actual video, because there's an actual video showing how they pulled it off, and that and you can just click that and watch that. It's fucking brilliant. And I wanted to talk about how we seem to just watch everything online now with anime. Is that fair to say? The majority of everything we watch is streamed.
Yeah, but I only buy DVDs at Comic-Con because they're cheaper. Like a lot cheaper.
Like, what was the last anime you paid for to watch?
3 days ago I bought Dragon Ball Z Season 6.
Okay, and before that?
Season 5.
Season 5 at Comic Con.
Okay, but it's not as often as it used to be. Like, I've ordered Ghost in the Shell Rise on DVD because like it needs to go with my collection on my shelf.
Actually, to be fair, I did actually buy the Wind Rises, but before that was Comic Con.
Okay, this isn't really going the way I was hoping for the discussion, but alright. And then you obviously, like, whenever we go Comic Con, we buy stuff, don't we?
Yeah, I was buy DVDs at Comic-Con.
But apart from going Comic Con, then when was the last time you paid for something?
I think I bought Riddick, Dark Fury, and Highlander DVDs at
When was that?
HMV a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Quite a while ago.
Because I remember I used to, when I started watching Naruto, I'd actually buy the box set like every time one came out.
Yeah.
So, but now I've got to a stage where it's like, do I really need to? Because I can just watch it whenever I want online and not have to go out of my way and spend money on that. It's
Yeah, Yeah, but the thing is, if you get this, then it sort of means that you own it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's mine.
Because I do eventually want Naruto on DVD, but I don't feel the urge to buy them like as quickly as I used to, because I can just watch it online and then just keep buying them for collective purposes later on. Netflix is making it a lot easier as well.
I'll put more stuff on there.
Because they're doing the opposite, like we said last week, aren't they? Like they're actually adding episodes to stuff instead of putting them up as like a teaser.
Yeah.
And then expecting people to go out and buy the rest. They're actually just giving it to everyone. And I don't understand how the deals work with all that, but it's interesting how it's all changed. And apparently, what was it in Comic Con? They said that anime is really expensive in Japan.
Like stupidly expensive.
Which is why the Kill la Kill box
Yeah, I was
sets
gonna say Kill la Kill was like $100. I think it went out for like.
for the 3 boxes, and it's only 27 episodes.
10,000 yen or something.
But for the whole thing, it's like.
You end up paying like $100 for like 27 episodes. And I always say to you, I feel value for anime is like at least, well, at the most, £1 per episode. Like that's what I usually look at it. That's why Dragon Ball Z is so like worth the money.
Yeah,
You're getting like what 20 to 30 episodes.
Yeah, about.
And
It's always like 19.99
yeah,
every time.
that's value. That's value. Dan, you wanted to talk about something.
Yeah,
Have you got it?
it's actually in my bag. I was playing on my break.
He's
Yeah.
got. Go on, tell me what you got.
I have Sword Art Online Hollowed Fragments.
And what is Sword Art Online Hollowed Fragments?
It's a PS Vita game based on the Sword Art Online 1 and 2.
2 as well. Like, I thought it was
Because
just.
Will Sinon is in it as well. So she's quite near the start
cool.
as well.
That's really cool. Because I thought it was just. On the look of it, when I first saw the thing, I thought it was just going to be focusing on Sword Art Online 1. You know,
Yeah.
just in.
Well, when you actually start, you start as a base character as Kirito, but you can like change the whole hair color, face slightly, change the name, but you're still practically Kirito.
Right.
Yeah.
And the gun gale, is that good as well?
Well, I've not actually seen any guns bits. I'm still just using swords.
That's cool. And then does it play just like the story of the anime, or is it just like
Well, it's
what
like
the game should be? Like,
Well, the thing is, it looks like it's actually after Gun Gale Online because all of a sudden you're like teleported to the hollow area, and you meet this new character. She like comes along, helps you battle and such. And then, well, as far as I played, I've just gotten out and Asuna is really mad at me.
yeah.
But it's still an aim crowd.
That's cool. Because I really want to have a go at that at some point. Like I was gonna say, if you've got it on you now, I'll just play and you guys can carry on with my with my notes on here.
It's like, and can anyone read the spring?
But like, so you said it was DLC for Gun Gale, didn't you? Or was
Yeah. They seem to be like all free, so I was like download.
I was gonna say, if I bought a game and saw all the DLC was free from the get go, I was like, right, I'm having that before like they end up.
They had like all like costumes and extra swords, like the black sword box and
Oh yeah.
Yuki's sword and everything.
Oh, can you get Excalibur?
It's probably in the treasure box.
I'd want that. After watching the show, I'd make that like my main goal of like trying to acquire. Or what's her name's sniper rifle when you get to the gun
I've
bits.
seen on But she seems to have changed her appearance quite a bit actually in this one. Because normally in the other one she's got like blue hair or some shit. And this one I think she's got like kind of like a brown but still the same face.
Yeah, well that's cool, isn't it? Because like you could change whatever the fuck they look like, because you could just go, well, that's not really what they look like, is it?
Yeah.
They just made an avatar for the game. But yeah, so has it got? You enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it so far. It's kind of hard to get used to, but I'm just about getting into it now.
I need to invest in a Vita, I think.
Yeah, me too, just for that.
Yeah, just for that. Like, yeah, it's like Vita sales gonna go whoop.
Like 2.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
Well, to be
My
fair,
God.
Sony need the money, so
Yeah,
maybe we
sure.
do need to help them.
well, with Vitas, you can also get like PS1s, PSPs, PS2s all on there as well.
Alright, that's cool. It's like classic
So
Actually,
PlayStation.
if you just wait till Sony goes bust, then we get one dead cheap.
Yes. So keep up the good work, Sony, and hold on to that Spider-Man franchise, because you know what you're doing. But yeah. something else as well. Dan, you'll be interested in this. Like, I'm sure I've mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I can't remember. But the Digimon. There's a new Digimon series.
Oh yeah,
you did last week,
mentioned, yeah.
It starts in April. It starts in April this year. It's 15th anniversary. That's why they're doing it. It's been 15 years since the original Digimon series.
I feel old.
I feel old.
Yeah,
Like
I remember
15
watching it on
years ago.
Fox Kids back then.
And it's the original cast, as if they're in high school. And then I don't understand like the whole story. I don't understand. But like yeah,
They're already in high school.
no, well that's what I read. They're like
They
in,
work.
they're older. Seem to be wearing like more mature
Clothes.
high school clothing and stuff like ties and shirts and suits and that like. But there's no pictures of what the Digimon look like. So I don't know where.
You can keep that for a big reveal, won't they?
Yeah.
So they basically follow on from the first 2 seasons.
Yes.
To be
Yes.
fair, the first 2 seasons were the best.
They're the best.
3 was okay.
3 was
after,
alright,
After
yeah.
that was just horrible.
Because like, what was it? Was it 3 with the Digimon Emperor, who turned out to be?
No, that was number 2.
Number 2. Oh yeah, it was right. Okay.
Digimon season 3 is when they had cards to swipe.
Oh,
on
that was
there.
stupid.
I thought it was
I
okay.
remember those toys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one.
Digimon was amazing.
I think I won't remember them.
Digimon was class. Like, do you remember the little Digimon boxes you could get, like as if it was like a Tamagotchi, but like you were training a Digimon,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
the
then you
Digimons
could
plug them together.
plug them together to fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, all the Digivices, that's what they were.
that was cool. Because I remember having one of those before even seeing the show on TV. Like, and everyone at school had one. Would always like challenge each other to fights and that. Like,
You went to a nerdier school than we did.
no, that was like
We were one of those to school, we got beaten
I
up.
could say
Yeah.
that was like the nerdiest
I had
it
to
got.
hide mine.
The only things that were okay in our school to have were like a Digimon thing to fight and collecting cards. They were like the 2 acceptable.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone battle with Pokemon
No,
cards.
no, it weren't. It was
No.
literally just collectibles,
Yeah.
weren't it? It's like I want that shiny Charizard.
In my primary school, we all battled.
Really?
Yeah, because we all had the trading card game on the Game Boy, so everyone was just like, oh, actually playing with cards that we actually have.
I remember like there was a
Yeah,
time
we used
where
to play Game Boys.
we tried
Yeah.
to play a game once with the cards, but
Yeah,
then we
tried
were like,
once.
we was like, I don't want them for this. I just
Yeah.
want them for like to
I don't look
have
at
them. Yeah, I want all the shinies and. Play me on Destiny. I don't use all the exotic weapons, but I want all the exotic weapons.
I once had a shiny Charizard. I gave it to a friend for his birthday.
You're an idiot.
You lost it.
He lost it.
Ugh.
He lost the shiny Charizard. They do 100 damage on one attack.
Yeah, but they had shit though.
Yeah, they only got the one attack though, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, no, they have 2. One of them was like 100, the other was like 40, I think.
Yeah.
But
Kettle whip.
Yeah.
but you do have to actually get like a lot of like energy for it.
Yeah, there's different energy with the fire and stuff.
Yeah. You always have to get like 4 fires, I think it was, or 5, something like that. Because it's stupid.
What do you do now? Because there's so many different types aren't there, like all dark and...
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
there's,
They did
like,
loads. I don't know where they're up to
Steel,
now with them.
fairies.
Because doesn't Onyx evolve into a steel
Steelix.
type?
Yeah,
thing?
he does that in
Yeah.
the second series though.
It's like no.
151.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
There's no
there's-
more.
Up to Mew and Mewtwo.
Although
That-
Togepi's acceptable as well.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
I told that just popped into my head
What
there.
about Marill?
That's a little annoying mouse thing now.
No.
152.
2. Technically 153 if you go on the game and you got Mazignu, which is what people would use for the cheats for cloning rare candies.
Yeah, but if you caught it, fuck up your game.
Yeah, it
did.
would corrupt your Game Boy
Yeah.
game, wouldn't it? Last week we mentioned Scarlett Johansson in the live action version of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to discuss what future live action adaptations we would want to see.
Attack on Titan.
Without a doubt, that
Yeah.
would be amazing. Right. Attack on Titan would be class.
I think Blue Exorcist would make a good one as well.
They could easily do a live action Blue Exorcist. I don't know, like when you take a series though and try and make it into a movie, it's a little bit harder than when you take a movie and make it into a live action.
Yeah.
Do you know, that's why I think Ghost in the Shell could work, because they'll probably just take the idea of the original Ghost in the Shell and then make it into
Yeah.
live action.
I think a really decent live action, if they haven't already done it, I think they actually have. Definitely would be a really good one.
Yeah, there's 2.
There is 3 Japanese live action.
3.
Yeah, because that's what I like about the Death Note movies is that like they didn't try and ram everything into one film, and
Yeah.
they actually changed how the series ends as well in the second film. Because like you're watching it thinking you know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Well, they
But then they actually changed it.
So not like they did with Old Boy.
No, that's a terrible.
When the Americans remade it.
It was awful. But then I was like, we need to keep in mind how bad the Dragon Ball Z live action film is.
Ugh.
What series?
God.
What series then, if they were going to do it, would end up like that movie?
That wasn't really Dragon Ball Z, it was just Dragon Ball. I think the story was from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In evolution.
Well, they say Dragon Ball, but you know he was grown up. I think more of it as a Chinese fighting movie more than a Dragon Ball movie.
I say it's a piece of shit.
Because the guy who played as the voice for Krillin actually said it was absolutely shite.
Yeah, I remember watching that interview. That like he
That
said,
interview.
asked him, he was like, it's the worst thing I've ever watched. It's like they've never watched Dragon Ball before. It's like, oh dear.
Honestly, uni students can do better.
Yeah.
It's like the Legend of Zelda trailer that they did for April Fools. That was amazing.
Well, did you see the fan-made trailer for the Cell Saga, where it was as if it was future Trunks?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the voiceover is, I need to go back in time to stop them before, and you see like this thing of Cell like just in the air as if he's like blasting the crap out of everything. It's like, why can't like big companies that have money make stuff that looks like that?
Because they made Dragon Ball Evolution here, so we're not giving them any more money.
Yeah, they have ruined it, haven't they? They need to be really careful. Like Blood the Last Vampire, there's a live action film with that, and I like that.
Yeah.
I liked
seen
it.
that.
I had in my head that it was a Japanese one, but it's not, is it? The live action one. It's actually American.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
And
I think it's good
if
if you watch the Blood the Last Vampire anime and then watch Blood the Last Vampire live action film. For me, what they did was they just copied that film, made it live action,
And added a bit more.
then added more to it at the end because the original's only 47 minutes long, something like that.
Right.
So then they added another 30 something minutes to it, which I liked because they actually just went, okay, what would happen after this? And I thought it worked out. A few problems with the CGI on one of the monsters near the end.
Oh yeah, the woman who changes.
Yeah, but apart from that, you should check it out. You should watch it. I think we've got it on DVD already if you want.
Brilliant.
After you've brought back on the other DVDs. You know.
Yeah, I should have done that, but
Yeah.
I was asleep.
But yeah, like what was it? I'd love to see a Gundam live action.
Imagine that.
Big
Yeah,
giant robots just
Maybe-
beating the shit out of each other.
Maybe Saban should take that as a project.
Maybe. Or why you could do like a Gundam live action series like
What's Michael Bay doing now?
yeah.
He could make that.
He's
He used to Transformers and
Well,
stuff.
he's not
He could-
doing much considering Transformers 4 was voted the worst movie of 2014.
Was it?
Even though it was one of the
Ooh.
highest grossing movies of
Yeah, well,
2014.
there's loads of films like that. So,
He's-
Pirates of the Caribbean, on Strange Tides.
On Stranger Tide. Yeah.
That made a lot of money, but it was shit.
I think you should take Guillermo del Toro, who directed Pacific Rim, I do believe. If I'm wrong about that, then I apologise. And give him like a Gundam, or I'm sure there's an Evangelion live action movie in the works somewhere. along the
I actually
line.
heard that on IMDb, so
Could be that could be on the way.
it did say rumoured, but rumours normally do come true in the end.
Yeah, Evangelion man. I can't believe 3.33 is just not coming out on DVD. And like, it's pointless now. I'm gonna have to watch it online somewhere because there's a fourth one. There's Evangelion 3.33 and then there's Evangelion Final. So waiting that long for 3.33 to come out, there's no point because it's going to be forever before I get to watch the last one. So I'm gonna have to watch them online and just have them just sitting there knowing that there should be 2 more DVDs next to it on my shelf. It's so
No,
disheartening.
you just hide them too. Put them in the cupboard.
So
Yeah,
disheartening.
Yeah.
Like,
They might eventually come out in probably 10, 20 years.
what a wait that long.
Back when
And when they do, they'll bring it out as a box set, and I'll be like, fuck! I just want them to sit there. It's like I look at my Bleach collection on my shelf, and I always get a bit angry because I started buying them as part 1. I bought season 1 as part 1, part 2, and then for some reason bought the complete series 2 in a cardboard sleeve, right? And it sticks out slightly, and then I bought 3, 4, and 5 all individually as well. And then 6 is complete but doesn't have a cardboard sleeve on it because they stopped putting cardboard sleeves on. And Bleach just looks fucking shit on my shelf.
Why don't you just take the cardboard sleeve out?
No, because they put they're the individual, like, really thin DVD cases for each DVD. So it looks even more out of place when you put them without the cardboard sleeve. So, yeah, I'm really pisses me off every time I look at my shelf. I'm like, no.
It's like what they're doing recently with mangas, making it like a 3-in-1 kind of thing. And when you've already started, or like really far in just the one novels, you don't really want to get like the 3-in-1.
No.
Unless you've started with it.
No, you couldn't. I couldn't do that. That's like having 1, 2, 3 of Naruto, and then buying the second 3-in-1. And no, making me feel sick just thinking about it.
So I bought 2. It's kind of annoying because Blood Lad I've got is quite thick, and like all the other ones are quite thin. So that doesn't sit right onto my shelf either.
Yeah. And Death Note is one as well for the mangas, because 13 is. Oh, you buy the black editions.
I buy the black editions.
That's okay for you then.
Yeah.
But like when you bought the originals, 13 is like one of those books which isn't actually a manga. It's like it's information on the characters and stuff, you know, like, and it's thinner and slightly taller. So you sit them all next to each other, and then you've got this one in the court at the end that's just like that. It's like, oh no, you're ruining it. But that's just the weird collector in me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that just do not care and just have them just sitting around wherever, like.
Yeah, it's I do that, don't I?
Yeah.
I put my mangas in order and stuff. But
It's
DVDs and stuff anyway.
Blood Lad on Netflix.
The first season, yeah.
I might check
There's only one season.
Oh, yeah.
I might check that out. Because
Really good.
I couldn't believe when Blue Exorcist finished. I was like, yeah, I finished season 1. And then I'm finishing season 1. And I was like, oh. I went on Wikipedia to see like when, you know, I like to check the dates in between seasons. And it didn't have anything after the last episode. I was like, what? Oh shit. But yeah. I'm glad they didn't drag it out. Like some things can be. That was.
It is good.
Have you got anything you want to talk about?
I'm talking watching Psychopaths. That was on Netflix as well.
Ooh, it is, isn't it? Is it good?
It's quite good. It's got like a kind of Minority Report feel about it.
Alright. So it's not as mystical and fantasy as
It's still
other stuff?
Not as mystical, but it's kind of a bit sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get done for committing a crime, but if you're thinking about it.
Oh, you can get arrested for it?
Yeah. But if it's like a psychopath is, I don't know, it's like the psychopath. But if it goes in colours, I think, and if it gets cloudy, then it means you're probably going to commit a crime.
What?
So they can, but if it does it in numbers and it gets so high, they can kill you.
Right.
But it's really good. It's quite interesting.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
It's got like a good underlying story through it as well.
Yeah. It's weird, Code Geass, like you suggested. I was looking online to see how much the DVDs were for it, and season 2 you can get for like a tenner,
Really?
which is good quality, good value for what it is.
Yeah.
Season 1's £35.
Season 1's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
But still, season 2's good.
because like I was like,
That's
oh,
one of those things though, because it had an ending, but I think we dragged it on a bit as well.
oh shit, I don't like stuff like that.
But I don't know if it's still a manga or not, I'm not sure.
I think one example of like something having an ending but then coming back and it still being okay is
It wasn't a
Gundam
good
Wing.
ending though.
Oh, was it not? I thought Gundam Wing was okay because like they had that endless sports movie, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which actually carried on from the series, even though the series ended, but still worked and still ended okay. Like it didn't ruin it. I was really worried about that when I was watching that film because like I love Gundam Wing loads, fucking loads. That'd be one of the things I'd watch when I come home from school. It'd be Dragon Ball Z would have 2 episodes on,
Yeah.
but the first episode would be the last episode from the previous day,
Yes,
which was class. It's like you miss one, you're like, oh, that's okay, I can just watch it tomorrow.
It's like
And
plus
then-
one before plus one was a thing.
Yeah, exactly. They were ahead of the time, and then they
You don't know you're born.
And then did they do the same with Gundam Wing afterwards, or was it just one
I think
episode?
it was
of
one
Gundam
episode we
Wing?
got them.
And then there was Tenchi.
Tenchimoyo.
Yeah. That was a good
Oh,
show.
amazing.
And I want to say that was like kind of it for like the anime
No,
section.
there was Cowboy Bebop was on something.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
I think
and,
that was on Fox Kids as well.
Yeah, and I think he was on there as well.
Escaflowne! Did you watch Escaflowne?
One
No,
Piece.
James is
Oh yeah, One Piece was on there for a
One
short
Piece,
bit, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I met James that's read all of Escaflowne.
You see, I watched the show. It looks so girly, but when you watch it and actually start getting into the story, it's so good. And it's got one of those twists that you just do not see coming. And you're like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, people kill each other in suits and shit, man. It's cool. Watch that shit.
It's just when you said girly, it's like James and girly. Nah.
No, it does look it. It's just the animation style makes it seem like I don't know, like Heat Guy J as well. It's got the same animation style because it's the same people. You should watch Heat Guy J as well if you haven't watched that.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Right, we got anything else we want to talk about?
No, not really.
Yeah,
Ben, you got any questions? No? I was saying to him, we could come in and just talk about FIFA for a bit if you wanted. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We're still going to stick with the same suggestions until eventually someone watches one and then we can talk about the opening of a thing. But yeah, if you've got anything you want us to watch that we haven't talked about, or is there anything you want us to talk about, leave it as a comment below. Be sure to like, favourite, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye.